going on, guys? MDLP from the Battle Axe, the Strongman Gym in Miami, where strength is, I was gonna say fucking everything, but I guess strength is fucking everything, because strength is involved in everything, like just a terrible, 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 delicious disease. So, this is the video I'm gonna make about the CrossFit Games 2014, my review, my opinion. If you don't like it, you're most likely wrong, you can go fuck yourself. No, I'm just kidding, but I'm not. This is just a couple observations I've made after watching this year. I watched them every year for the last 4 years, I think. And all I know is that the shows are getting heavier, the athletes are getting ridiculous. And I made some observations both on the male and female games and the team games, which I think that although the teams and masters don't get as much coverage, I guess, or as much people watching it as the individuals, it's a big deal. First, big shout out to my boy Sean, and I say my boy because he is an actual friend of mine. I'm not making this shit up. I'm not gonna say he's my cousin just because he won, but Sean Ramirez here from Miami, who won first in Masters. Congratulations. That's about it. So moving on. So first things first, I think that strength is everything. I think that if anyone has been watching the games, and really those people who have experience watching CrossFit Games actually knew that, you know, when shit got heavy, and it tends to get heavy towards the end of the day, of the weekend, you know, it was going to separate the men from the boys kind of thing. So what you saw is this: you had, you know, people that were just really good at Metcons, and, you know, you had Miami's rookie Noah Olsen, which I think did, I don't really know the guy, but he did phenomenal for doing that, for being his first show. And he's extremely athletic and like a little ninja, but when shit gets heavy, it's hard when you're not a big guy. And he's not really a huge guy, albeit strong. Pound for pound is very strong. Unfortunately, when it comes to strength, pound for pound doesn't always matter. And on that last particular event, shit was just really, really heavy on the clean ladder. So strength continues to be everything. And although athletic prowess and skill and all that stuff is, you know, obviously very, very important, I'm not going to shit on that. Strength continues to be a big deal, and it ends up being a huge differentiator in most CrossFit shows. Most strength events are really have such a high variation where, you know, a guy from 24th can come in first and just knock everybody down and just smash up that ladder, because strength, sometimes, you know, you get a guy who can't do Metcons but he's extremely strong, will come and push everybody down a spot. So most strength events and WODs and those kind of things really changes everything up. So I'll say that, you know, Rich Froning just continues to be a ridiculous dude. You know, I don't care about anything. You know, he can be 100% clean and only freaking just be a complete Jesus man, or be on every drug in the world. It doesn't matter. 4-time champion is a 4-time champion. So cheers to him. Cheers to Camille, who just looks fucking jacked this year. Bless her heart. And she did well as well. You know, I'm a big Annie Thorisdottir fan, so her coming in second after being off is a big deal. And yeah, I know a lot about fucking CrossFit because I know a lot about strength world, and CrossFit gives me a good job. And the more I know about CrossFit, the more I can help people and help people get strong and prove constantly that strongman is a big fucking deal, which leads me to point number 3. If you are not doing strongman as a CrossFit athlete, you are wrong. Do you understand me? You're like legitimately just wrong. You're just wrong. If you don't know about strongman and you're just ignorant to the fact, well, it's not really your fault. But if you know about strongman and you're just avoiding it because it's too hard, or you think it doesn't make gains, or you think it's going to turn you fat or slow, then you're just legitimately wrong and just dumb. So please reach out. Go to your local strongman gym. Pick up some stones, pick up some sandbags. You saw the sled pulls, you saw the sled pushes, you saw the sandbag, the worm on the team event. A lot of guys not using their legs when they're pulling the sled with the rope. Just little techniques that, you know, this kind of oddball shit that strongmen do every week in and week out is really going to help change you. You know, keeping things different, building your conditioning with different kind of objects. And I think that's a big deal. I continue to show that the shows are getting heavier, that weights are getting bigger. Obviously the conditioning is a big part. I think that's obviously essential. But if strength is not really part of your programming, or you're not continuously doing it, I think it's time for you to reach out and either work better with your particular box or go out to specialized gyms or whatever you need to do to get stronger is a big deal. So, and point number 4, I think that it's just amazing to watch how badass and how lucky it is to be a CrossFit athlete, in the sense that, you know, you get a great show, great venue, great shirts, and I think it's awesome. I can't wait till strongman gets to a point like that, and I think a lot of athletes in our world deserve that much. I'm not saying that, you know, CrossFitters don't. I'm just saying it's pretty cool to watch that, you know, that fan. They get shoes, they get all sorts of shit, you know, all the creams and lotions and stuff. I think it's awesome. But that's a huge observation. So I really want to, you know, really want to emphasize the point that strength is everything, and that powerlifting and strongman continue to be a huge part of the CrossFit Games. You know, if you're not incorporating proper strength training into your CrossFit routine, I think that you will never excel. So you can be top 10 in the world, you can be top 20, and that's it. If you're satisfied at that, which I think is awesome, if you make the top 10 in the games, you know, you're in like the 0.5% of the world, and I think you're an amazing, you know, athlete in your sport. But if you want to win, if you want to be a winner, you want to be a person that continuously just dominates, you need to be very fucking strong, and you need to train strength properly. And you need to find out, obviously, what works for you, because what works for Rich Froning is not going to work for you, because the guy is, you know, like Jesus' best bud. So it's just another level of goodness. So try to find out what works out for you. Start incorporating more powerlifting, more strength. And I believe that a good heavy Olympic lifting is also very important. But I think Olympic lifting is much more of a skill set. Not that it's not a strength sport, please. Don't get me wrong. Don't get crazy on me. I just feel that it's above all else an art of perfection, and that you can actually work it with sub-maximal weights and make incredible gains, while in strength sports like strongman and powerlifting, you know, the point of that sport is to continuously push yourself with a 1 rep max constantly into that dark water stuff. And strongman, being my favorite strength sport, continuously pushes functional strength and pushing into that dark water. So I hope this kind of opens some eyes, or at least if you're out there and you have the same feelings about strongman and strength, that this video kind of backs you up. So that's about all I have to say about that. Yeah, and cheers. And CrossFitters, keep your shirts on, you fucking assholes, making us look horrendous. Cheers.